Senior Bowl week comes to a close. So does East-West Shrine Bowl action. Both games. The Senior Bowl practice came to an end today. The East-West Shrine Bowl today, I think, will be tomorrow. It just finished up today. They will have the film of that soon. But today, we're going to break down everything that happened from the practice session of the East-West Shrine Bowl the other day, as well as break down day 3 of the Senior Bowl. Who showed out today? The intensity level was high, and we're going to get into that and a lot more. Welcome on into Inside the Huddle. I'm your host, as always, Lucas Hill. There is a lot that is going to get talked about today. We got to react to Arch Manning's interview. There's another eligibility lawsuit coming from the NCAA about it started off with Diego Pavia, and now all of a sudden it's just a trend now in college football. So we'll get into that. We got a lot to break down today. Let's get it started, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get started, everybody do us a favor. If you're watching us on X, make sure that you are liked. Make sure that you repost. Make sure also that if you want to join the show, I'm gonna go ahead and post that link in one of our bios. Make sure that you guys are getting involved. So again, we are excited. If you guys want to join the show, make sure you join up in the link that I just posted right about now. So it'll be pinned, by the way, guys. All right. It has been posted now. So you guys can join Inside the Huddle using the link that I just posted. It is going to be pinned to my profile. By the way, guys, record numbers have what we are setting today. On our video with Kyle Kennard, we are closing in on 20,000 views. That is insane. I did not think that. I went to bed last night and saw that it had over 25,000. Literally, it's been just over almost 48 hours since I originally posted this, and it was awesome. It was truly amazing, and the likes keep coming. By the way, thank you, everyone. We hit over 1,000 likes on Instagram. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome, and we appreciate your love and your support for myself. We hit combined from the two platforms, we have hit over 30,000 views. That is insane. We appreciate your love. Let's go ahead and let's get into this. Arch Manning did an interview with Marty McGee. I think that's what his name is. Isn't it Marty McGee? Or Marty Smith. I'm sorry. No, he did it with Marty Smith earlier during the week. And to be honest with you, I didn't like the to be honest with you, I just didn't like the questions that were asked. I thought it was asinine that you asked this guy this. I thought it was ludicrous. And I thought it was just really, really pitiful just seeing with it. But we're going to go over it, break it down bit by bit, piece by piece. Guys, if you want to make sure that you get involved in this, make sure that you join our link. It is pinned in my profile below. Or it's pinned in my profile, actually. So make sure that you guys are listening into that. I'm waiting on. Come on. There we go. So, all right, let's get on it. Make sure I get this thing started. All right, here we go.
Of your role within the offense, why was Texas the right place for you to start?
Yeah, there were a few reasons. I liked Coach Stark a
We
lot
all
from the
know.
jump, and Austin was a good spot for me. There's so much to do here, and then most importantly, I think I wanted to go somewhere where maybe they haven't been as good the past few years, and we're kind of on the rise, and kind of wanted to bring Texas back.
He liked that money. Gave him two.
In a moment in college football and college athletics too, where nobody's patient, everybody's hopping from here to there and everywhere chasing money and opportunity. You chose to stay. Why was Texas the right place to stay?
I think mostly because I like being here. Austin's great. I have a bunch of friends. I like my teammates. I like my friends outside of football. So there wasn't really any reason to leave because I wanted to be here. And it wasn't always easy being the backup, but I think it's paid off, and I won't take it for granted now that I get to play a little bit more.
Okay, so let's kind of briefly talk about this. You guys have heard me say this before. I thought it was a disgrace that Arch Manning didn't play in more actually during all throughout postseason play after what he did against A&M and the plays that he made throughout that football game. And just the difference that he was able to make throughout this football game. And it was just asinine to me that he didn't play it much. So that's my 2 cents on it. Let's continue on.
What was the last moment in your career where you weren't the starter before you got to Texas?
Well, it was weird. I went to a small 2A high school, so I was playing since my freshman year. So it's been a while. Maybe in basketball.
Newman's not a big school.
What was the hardest part? You mentioned that there were some difficult parts of it for you. What were those difficult parts?
I think the hardest part was I got to play a little bit, and then you go back to be on the bench. You get a little taste of what it's like, and you love it, and then you go back to not playing. That was pretty tough.
Proves my point.
When you are someone that is called on.
By the way, he went to Newman, which is literally an hour and a half from where I live in Louisiana. Oh, dude, it's a small school. Let me just tell you. But Dad went there, or his uncle went there. Both uncles, actually, all three uncles went to Newman High at the time. But yeah, anyway.
In important moments, which
I've been following him since
there was a lot of
moments
high school where they needed you to get very important yardage with your legs, specifically most of the time. What is the challenge of staying ready so you don't have to get ready?
Yeah,
when you just don't know.
Yes, sir. I've been told by my uncles and dad and grandfather the whole time, just prepare like you're the starter. And it's hard when you're not getting the 1 reps, and you'll go games without playing. You're like, dang, I prepared like I was the starter the whole week and didn't even play. But it's tough. You got to stay ready on the sideline, keep stretching, stay loose because you don't know when your number's going to get called. But I'm glad I got that advice early.
How do you describe and define your college football career so far?
Well, I haven't really played much, so I guess it's really hadn't really started.
Exactly.
But, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. I love my coaches, love my teammates, so I'm ready to get it rolling for sure.
So you feel like it's only just now starting?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right now.
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't played much. Have you not watched? What you think he's going to say? Oh, I think it's just now beginning. Oh, I think it's just this. No. The dude's just freaking 19 years old. He's still a kid.
Haven't done anything. When you look at a goal sheet, what do you hope it looks like a year from now?
I hope we're national champions.
Okay, that's a team goal.
Yes, sir.
How about you as a quarterback?
Honestly, I initially didn't like it. And now that I listen to it more, I kind of understand. But at the same time, come on, dude. I mean, he still hadn't done anything. Just give him time.
We'll play well, win each game, put our offense in.
Here's what these analysts do, and I'll kind of go on a little rant. They want to signal out that just this one guy. And obviously you have to with a guy like Arch Manning since you're doing a one-on-one interview. But he asked him what his goal was, win a national championship. Of course, that's a goal. That's what you ask. And yes, you may be asking for a team. You may be asking for an individual goal. Your individual goal should be leading, being a leader on the team, and helping lead Texas to a national championship. That should be your answer. But I think he handled this well, and I think he's doing very well throughout this interview. But still, I think it was crazy that they would answer this.
Opportunities to score every drive, and I think team goals comes with individual success.
There you go.
Or team success comes with individual accolades. So I'm all about the team right now.
Caught himself a little bit. That's funny.
When you were in a position and Quinn got hurt this year and you started, what was that experience like for you to actually get the taste of being the guy?
It was awesome. I think my first start against ULM, I kind of forced some shots downfield, and
He did.
was a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
But then the next week against Mississippi State,
yeah.
it settled in. It felt good being out there. I loved every bit of it. So I don't want to let that love go.
Who was your most difficult critic after you were the starter?
My quarterback coach, he's pretty tough, and I love him. But he doesn't give out many compliments. He's pretty hard on us,
Nope.
and that's what I like, and that's what you want as a player.
Yep.
You want to be coached, and I would say him, Coach Milwee, AJ Milwee. He's the
What
man.
was his analysis?
He's just all about getting completions and staying ahead of the chains and not forcing deep shots and playing the game within the game.
When you're the heir apparent to the throne of the first family of quarterbacks with a famous last name, to what degree do you desire to create your own identity with that famous last name?
Yeah, I don't really think about that. I'm just here to play football. It's a game I love, grew up playing. You're out there with your friends playing every Saturday. What could get better than that? I'm not here to take someone off the throne or I'm not worried about my legacy. I'm just worried about playing ball and winning games.
See, this has been the narrative they've been pushing with Arch since his freshman year in high school. I've been following him since 2019, whenever he was a freshman at Newman, is that they have been painting this dude out to be better than his dad and better than his or actually not better than his dad, better than his uncles. And they've been pushing this on him for the last God knows how many years. And it's getting to a point where it's almost disrespectful in a sense. And it's just to the point where the kid is just trying to create his own legacy. The Manning name, that's great. Of course, everybody knows about Manning. What about Arch? What does Arch want to do? What does Arch want to achieve? What is Arch going to do? And that is what he's trying to do here with this thing, with his season that's about to come up in about 200 days.
What comes with your last name that we can't understand because we don't have it?
I think a lot of undeserved attention.
Yeah.
But hopefully it gets more deserving in the next few months.
Have you ever dreamt of
Freaking ads. But yeah, it's not on
getting
anyway.
two
so
of
it's
your
perfect.
fave Wendy's items for $7?
But-
like a spicy chicken sandwich.
No, you have to understand that we're in a time where when we look at certain athletes, like an Arch Manning, like guys like that, these 5 stars that have come in, it gets to a point where we got to stop worrying about the kid's last name and we got to start focusing on the whole guy, Arch Manning, who he is. So, anyways.
You feel like it's undeserved when
I
you
don't
were the
think
number one recruit in the country, Arch.
Yeah, I don't think I've done enough yet to be taking a lot of pictures at restaurants and signing autographs, but maybe that'll come eventually.
All right.
Exactly.
Which family member of the famous quarterbacks in your family do you feel like your game is most like?
Crap.
I think probably my grandfather. He could run around a little bit,
Yeah.
make plays, use a little more of his athleticism. But I like to take bits and pieces of everyone's.
What pieces do you take from Peyton?
Just his preparation, his accuracy, the way he leads other guys, gets the most out of his teammates.
What feedback does he give? I can't imagine what it must be like
Yeah.
to reach out to Peyton or Eli and say, hey, what do you think about this? If you reach out to Peyton about something, what's an example of a time that you did that, and what was his analysis?
Yeah, I remember last spring I reached out to him. I was struggling in 2-minute drills, so I reached out to him and just asked what he thought. I texted him, and he sent back like a 10-minute voice audio. It was hilarious. But just saying how, you want the first play to be a completion, and then just went on, and it's great. Eli will cut more to the point. So it's two different types of advice.
And what's Eli's advice for you? What's a moment you reached out to him for something specific?
I reached out to him just about player to coach stuff and how you always want to be coachable. And, sometimes it's good to get yelled at in front of everyone else to set the tone that you're not favorited or anything. So he's been good about that.
What pieces of Eli's game do you try to incorporate?
I really like how Eli, nothing really fazed him. I mean, he was up in New York with the media. They would have good years, bad years. And
oh, my God, the freaking New York media. I think they're worse than New Orleans media. Dude, you got all the freaking media personnel in New York literally glazing over you and literally criticizing you at every little step. It's ridiculous. Shut it down.
he kind of stayed level-headed. He would throw for 400 yards or throw for 4 interceptions, and you couldn't tell the difference. So I really respected that.
I know you're really close with Archie.
Mm-hmm.
Describe your relationship with your grandfather.
Yes, sir. So he came to just about every practice in high school, and he was a great athlete. He played baseball and football at Ole Miss and went on to play for the Saints and loved in New Orleans. So he's just the ultimate person for me, ultimate role model, and I look up to him every day. And he just reminds me to be a good guy. And so that's what I take from him.
I know everybody's dispersed all over the place in the Manning family, but what's the last time you can remember that everybody was around the table at the same time together?
Well, it's funny because the Manning Passing Academy every year, that's kind of our reunion for my dad, 2 uncles, and grandfather. So it's fun to get back there with a bunch of other college quarterbacks.
What are those conversations like?
It's pretty normal. I mean, it's a lot of football talk just because we're
Y'all are football nerds.
Yeah. But
by the way, we'll be going to the Manning Passing Academy this summer.
it's just like any other family. Normal, make fun of each other. Back in the day, Eli and Peyton used to kind of bully me, so it was good. Get wedgies and stuff like that.
Okay, you got to paint that picture for me.
Yeah.
How did they bully you?
You just got to make the younger guy tough. My brother and I, we went through it a little bit. And it was good.
When you're getting that feedback from Peyton, I've been around him a little bit, so I kind of understand how
he's dialed.
And dialed is right, but there's some perfectionist in there because he expected that of himself.
Oh my goodness, yes.
To what degree do you hear that from him?
So I had Peyton was in town this past summer, and I wanted to throw with him, and like every little detail: where am I parking? What time are we warming up? What time are we finishing? What's the weather like? He wants to know it all. So, and it's cool to see that because that's what you need out of a quarterback, and I'll take some of that and bring it back to Austin.
What is it about Steve Sarkisian that you think he can make you the best version of yourself as a quarterback?
Yeah, I think he fits his offense and his play calling to his players. So that's what I like most about him. And he's smart and he's innovative and he wants to win. He's a competitive guy. He works really hard, prepares, and he gets us in the right position to win games.
So walk me through this Lambo, okay? I've never been in a Lambo. I'm 48 years old. And you got one. Huh?
I don't have a Lambo.
Oh, I thought you had a Lambo.
I'm not a Lambo guy.
Okay.
Why would you say that? Dude, you were just spreading misinformation, and that's why he's looking like that, because, like, what the is he talking about?
Okay.
I'm not that flashy.
I thought you had one.
Yeah, my buddy Michael Taff has one, and I went in it last week.
Maybe that's
Michael Tapp is one of the last people that I would expect to have a freaking Lambo. Are you kidding me? Oh, Lordy.
It's pretty
what I
cool.
saw.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'm sure it's cool.
Yeah.
I thought you had a Lambo.
I feel like we're getting followed, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
Really?
So I know that your grandfather sort of made an edict for you. No NIL until you're the starter.
Mm-hmm.
How did that affect you that you were easing into college without all of that on
Yeah.
your shoulders as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be the guy rolling in with all this money when we have guys like Jake Majors who've had 40 starts here and not making any. I'm taking all the money. So I wanted to kind of earn my money, work hard, get to know the players, and, kind of earn my way up.
And now you have a relationship with Red Bull.
Yes, sir.
What is it, and why was it important for you to align with them?
Have you ever dreamt of getting to a
No. I hate, dude. Here we go. Now we got to talk about freaking. Now we got to talk about freaking Red Bull. Red Bull.
And why was it important for you to align with them?
Yeah, I really like this partnership. Everyone at Red Bull has been super, super nice to me and my family, and I can't wait to get it going. Plus, I like a Red Bull. In the morning we got early meetings. Need a little energy.
How did that?
Okay. Let's go on this energy drink rant. Energy drinks are so freaking gross. Like, you take one sip of freaking Red Bull, and it tastes like the end of a lead pencil. All right, you energy drink nerds, it's gross. Just saying. And if you don't like what I have to say about it, go ahead and hit me up in my DMs.
Come to be this relationship?
Peyton and Eli kind of have some partnerships, and they got me in line with the right people, and Red Bull reached out, and we were fired up and jumped on it.
As one of the guys that will garner so much interest in that NIL space, how have you seen it impact a locker room in your own experience?
I think Texas, we've done a good job of it, just because everyone wants everyone to do well and earn as much money as they can, but while still wanting to win games and keeping it about the team as best we can. So as long as I don't let it affect how I'm working and the team at all, I think it's a very good thing.
It's a fascinating moment in college sports when you look at it as someone who's immersed in it. We look at it a certain way because we're on the outside of it. When you're in the middle of it, how much time is required of guys who have a lot of NIL to make sure they're taking care of their partners?
Yeah, well, I'm just now getting into it. So the last 3 days have been pretty busy, but we get these 2 weeks off. So it's a good time to squeeze it in and get back rolling for winter workouts.
What is the best piece of advice that you've gotten from Archie Manning?
I think just to be a good guy. At the end of the day, there's a lot comes with college football. I mean, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame, so he knows what it's all about. But the cameras, the money, everything else, it's just about playing a game and being a good teammate and working hard.
What's the best piece of advice you got from Peyton Manning?
Kind of the same thing. It kind of all ladders down. Just have fun, be a good guy, and be all about the team.
Eli, same
thing. Yes, sir.
Those guys have a perspective that they can share with you that not many can. They followed an icon as a dad. In what ways have they shared with you the weight of pressure and what comes with that?
Yeah, I think you just got to remember you're playing a game, and everyone's doing it around the country. Don't make it more than it is. You're out here playing football. Win, lose, it's going to happen. If you put yourself in the best position to win, that's all you can ask for.
What does it feel like when you check into the game and you hear the reception that you receive while you're running on the field?
Yeah, I just get nervous. It's too loud, so I don't want to get a pre-snap penalty the first snap. But other than that, it's cool. We have really good fans. I'm glad they have my back. Just need to keep playing well and win.
Your dad is a trip.
Yes, sir, yeah.
What have you learned from him about how quickly all of this can go away? Yeah. So to appreciate the moment that you have at Arch.
Yeah, that's great, because it reminds me to just not take any day for granted. Enjoy the hard workouts in the summer. Enjoy the bus rides to practice. Enjoy the plane ride after a game, just because it can all get taken away so quickly with an injury or anything. And that's why I'm so blessed to be in this position. I'm not going to take it for granted.
There will be people who don't know Cooper's story. Share it with me. What happened to your dad?
Yes, sir. So my dad was a receiver in high school, Peyton's top receiver. he went on to Ole Miss, and then he started getting hand numbness, and then they found out he had a spinal stenosis and had to stop playing football. Kind of a surgery that went wrong, and he had to stop playing at, I think, 18. So it was tough because I think he was going to be a good player. He's an athletic guy. So, but it just reminds me to not take it for granted and enjoy the little moments.
Business taxes was always so all-consuming. Now business taxes?
Okay. All right. Be right back. right. Overall interview, now that I really get a better look at it, it wasn't as bad as I would have thought. But overall, it just there was a lot of me factor to it. But at the end of the day, it really wasn't that bad. Okay. We're about to get into some film action before we go over our standouts from the final day of Senior Bowl practice before we get ready for the game this Saturday. I just went to practice on Tuesday for the first day. I wasn't there Wednesday or today, but I saw what I had to see and knew that just at the end of the day, it wasn't impressive. It just was not impressive to me. All right, let's get after it, baby. Got to get some film action on. All right. It's O-line, D-line time, and you already know what it is. You already know. All right. Let's get after it. Who do we have going up against one another? All right. I don't know who is who, but shout out Lights Out Sports for providing us with the film. Let's get a good look at it. Okay. And we lost that one. Oh, yeah, dude, you got shoved. Where's he from? Is he a Buffalo? I can't really tell. Anyways, let's get after it. All right. Oh, he's from Cal Poly. Okay, whatever. So, boom, ball get off. Not terrible. Does kind of have a false step, but gets off well. Okay, I can see what he was trying to do. He's trying to do a double swipe as soon as the hands shoot up, but they're low. That's the problem with it. And what that does, he's unable to create that separation. So when that doesn't work, he tries to forklift, and he just gets into a hand battle, and he ends up bull rushing. But overall, I didn't dislike the rep from both. But I do think this offensive lineman did a great job of keeping his hands extended, not allowing for any leverage to come through, and he ends up kind of throwing him down. So, sure, decent rep. All right, let's get after it here. Okay. Where's he from? This dude is at a freaking day. This dude has had a heck of a week, I'll say that. It's been a really, really good week for him. I'm trying to find the complete roster. Like, that's kind of what's aggravating, by the way. What number do we have? 91 and 77. So we got Sean Martin going up against Bryce Cabdul. Sorry. Thank you. Let's get into this. Okay. Boom. We already have a problem. Wait, no, they're in shorts. He does a hop step. Interesting. That I don't really like. Starting off from a defensive tackle. You shoot right down the middle. That's a problem. And you end up getting into a hand fight. I don't really like this angle that we got from the bowl. I wish we would have gotten another one. But no, dude, you went right down the freaking middle. And what your problem is that you've got this inside hand still on the inside of that shoulder pad. But all he's doing is just replacing. And then once he extends, you lost. You're high. We're high. We're extremely, extremely high. Who we got? Nas Stackhouse. We got Stackhouse or we got somebody else? I don't know, man. I don't know if that's Nas or if that's somebody else. That might be Brinson Warren or Warren Brinson. So it's not terrible. By the way, Warren Brinson is the guy that got basically stopped by Division III's Thomas Perry, which I thought was extremely impressive. Thomas Perry came to play. Undersized guy, but the dude is a flat-out baller. So let's see what he brings. Okay. So I don't know if that's either Stack. Yeah, this is Stackhouse. So this is Nas Stackhouse. Who's he going up against? Who we got? 75 or 67? Okay, 67. What are we going up against? Looks like we're going up against, I don't know if it's Joshua Gray. I don't know if that's Oregon State or if that is BC. Actually, that is Oregon State. Going up against Joshua Gray. All right, here we go. Oh, we screwed up. Look at them big old freaking combat boots he's got on. My gosh. So he's a bit late out of his stance. First step isn't bad. Tries to rip up, but he's high. We're high. We don't do it. The thing about it is we don't really have a counter. And by the time we do a counter, we're still high. Our shoulder pads pop up, and we're unable to club back inside and maintain Q depth. Let's continue on. Who we got here? Okay. I love it. Love it. We got South Carolina kid. Okay. All right. We got Tonka Hemingway. Hey, watch out, man. Tonka's a dude. Huge defensive tackle. 6'2", 295 pounds. His older brother, Junior Hemingway, is from the South Carolina area as well. All right. Let's kind of go over it a little bit from this angle. That's nice. I think we do the forklift too when we wash away with the low rip. Here we go. This is a good look. We're going to get a good look from here. Let's look. Oh, yes. The side swipe. Ding dong. Like the freaking credit card. Swipe. Rip. Whoop. Whoop. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This right here is how you approach as a defensive tackle. Watch that. Watch this. Hands are up. You slide out. Think you're going outside? No way, Jose. Let's swipe those hands across. Who are we going up against? We're going up against Sal Wormley from Penn State. Good job. Very, very good rush. We got a Virginia Tech kid, I think. Antoine Powell-Ryland. He's had a pretty decent couple of seasons. First team all ACC, or two-time all ACC. Actually, had a very, very, very productive couple of years. So we already know what this dude's about. Going up against Jordan Williams from Georgia Tech. That's a good matchup. I like how, as a defensive lineman, our first step is always at somewhat of an angle. And here's what I mean. Just look. Look at our first step. Make this thing yellow. Look at our first step right here. See how it's at somewhat of an angle? It's what we call an angle rush. And what we do is we're wanting to maintain quarterback depth, and we're wanting to be somewhere where we can rush efficiently. So when we have that, he tries to reach, shoulders dip, and we're just going to club down and we're going to run the hoop. Look at that. As soon as we club, we're running the hoop. Actually, as soon as we dip, it's a dip and rip. So initially, he actually swipes. I'm shocked. Let's take a look. Boom. I don't know if he missed the swipe or not. Still a bit high, but the dip. The dip. Run the hoop. Run the hoop. Get your feet square and run the hoop. Bam. Good. All right. Let's see what we got on the edge. First of all, let me see who this is. Okay, it's a Miami kid. So we got Francisco. I'm not even going to try that last name. Mayuga, I guess. I have no idea. But two-time All-ACC. pretty decent second teamer. 6'3", 230 pounds, played more of a linebacker position. So now he's trying his hand at the edge. Didn't have a bad senior campaign. Showed out. That's good. Let's see what he's got to show. But here's the problem. We overrun. So watch how quickly this offensive line hopped out. Ooh, there's something I want you to notice. You see how quickly this offensive lineman's foot goes out. Look at that. I want you to watch that first leg. Bam. He takes a big step. So his foot starts right around here and look where his foot initially ends. Right there. That's a big step. That's a huge, huge step that he just took. And why do I bring up that point? Is because when you look at offensive linemen typically in speed rush, you're typically not going to see that. You know, and look, you're not going to see a lot of offensive linemen go into their normal stance because of what you have outside and because of the speed that Francisco Maigoa has. The guy runs a 4.72 40, I think. So he's got decent. It doesn't have blazing speed, but it's still impressive. I mean, we'll see what he can bring. Actually, from what I've seen, he's running a 4.6, around that 4.7 time as a outside linebacker. And I think somebody actually said that he started off as an offensive lineman as well. I don't know if this is the case, but we'll just see. I don't know. This could be wrong. I don't know who this outside edge rusher is, but it could be a Francis Maiuga is they're talking about Francisco Maiuga. I think his brother. That's his brother, I think. So I think that's pretty interesting. Anyways, enough of that. But yeah, that foot ends up there. Why do I bring up this point? Because what he needs to realize is that this is a perfect opportunity to club back inside. I am genuinely surprised he does not do this. I'm still getting used to. Because look, he's not continuing outside. But his ankle never changes. That would have been a perfect opportunity. And this offensive lineman just does a good job of making sure that he doesn't go back, that he creates the space he needs, creates the distance he needs, and it's a win for an offensive lineman. Oh, dude, that's beautiful. No, that's not Jared Ivey. That's JJ Peegs. JJ Peegs, you got to stop. You got to stop, brother. Dude. Yeah, man. It's just unbelievable, bro. But anyway, let's kind of dive into it a little bit. So we start off already. Oh, gosh. So we start off already. By the way, this is the last day of practice. So he comes back out. Okay. We're going to hit the double swipe on the hands, and we're going to arm over at a baby. And we're going to run the hoop and spin back inside. That's a win for him. That is a definite win. That is an excellent win. Okay. Here is the matchup I've been waiting on. I want to see what our friend Thomas Perry can do going up against Nash Hutmaker, who has been a monster throughout the scene, throughout camp, or throughout the practice. This is an interesting matchup. Look, he starts out good. He starts off in a good position and the win. He came off real aggressive and then bam. Hutch actually is a bit high, believe it or not. But Perry is just a bit too low. And he uses that to his advantage, and he's able to rip back out and do the arm over. That's a heck of a try. Hey, I like the aggression, though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Going right down the middle again. You're just bull rushing, bro. He's going up against a Missouri guy, I think. Does nothing but pizzazz. But here's the thing. We can bull rush, but are you really bull rushing like a typical defensive lineman should? Because your arms are still in tight. Why are you extending? Why aren't you extending? Why aren't you peeking? Why aren't you releasing? Can't have that. So, you got to find something out, man. You got to. Overall, it's not terrible. But at the same time, I mean, come on. Let's see what we got. Oh, you lost the rep as soon as you got there, bro. I'm sorry. It's a good try, but, dude, you lost this rep as soon as you popped up. Look at this. Dude, I would be fuming. First step is good, but we're high. We're high. We're high. We're high. Helmet level. Helmet level. I want to circle this so you guys understand. When your pad level. Sorry. Let me repeat this freaking thing because I didn't have my freaking screen shared. I want you to look at this. He lost this as soon as he made his first move. He's high. Why are you high? Look at your head level. Look at his pad level. Look at where your arms are. You have lost. And you try to rip back under. You try to spin back, but he's just there. He's there. His feet stand solid on the ground. There's nothing you can do. You lost this rep as soon as you got out of your stance. Sorry. All right. Oof. Oof. Good job. And we're just going to put them to the ground. That's a solid rep by your offensive lineman. You will take that any day of the week. Let's look interior wise. All right, Nas. Let's see what we got, Nas. That's a bit better. With the extension, it's not terrible, but you would like to see more. Nash Hutmaker, here we go. Ah, we got off the snap bad, and we lost the rep. This Oregon center had a pretty good one. He had a really, really good one. But here's the thing. Let's look at our end zone cam. We're late off the ball. We're really late off the ball. We can't have that. Look. Bam, ball a snap. He's out of his stance. It's been like 0.2 seconds or so. You're not out of your stance yet, bruh. What the heck? Boom, you got beat off the ball. As soon as you engaged, you lost the rep. Sorry. You tried to push back, but maintain. Good. Very, very good rep. You really like it. So, love to see it. All right. Okay, we got an edge guy playing. Okay, come on. Why are we doing that? Dude, what was this? What was that? That was so stupid. You tried to get him with finesse, but, dude, you lost the rep. You're high, first of all. You couldn't have a prayer. Bro, you ain't a D-tackle. I can promise you that. Come on, dude. What are we doing? Long arm. Good. There, yes. Yes. Finally. Good. I'm looking for guys that are going to win the rep that are going to be consistent. We're going to long arm. We're going to long arm. We're going to make sure at the perfect time. All right, let's forklift. Let's get clean up, and then let's win the rep. That is perfect execution. That is exactly what you want in a defensive end. Are you going to win the rep? And boom, there you go. Perfect. 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 It's exactly what you want. All right, Tonka. We're playing outside now. Okay. Another good rep. I like it. It's about some time somebody tried to attack outside. Take a few hard steps in. Get off of that arm, rip away, and you won. Congratulations. Got yourself a couple contracts. That's exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. Let's keep on. Let's go to the next one. He's still playing interior. Okay, going up against the D3 guy. Dude, I'll tell you what. Thomas Perry's been playing lights out during the Senior Bowl or during the Shrine Bowl. Dude's going up against guys like Warren Brinson, going up against Nas Stackhouse and holding his own. He's done a really good job. Okay, this is the first rep I actually am appreciative of Nas Stackhouse. Boom. He's still a bit late getting off the ball. A little hezzy. But he's using his hands. He's not stopping. He's using his hands. He's using his hands. Hands are always moving. Finally gets the rip up. But it's still a fairly decent loss. But you like what you see. All right, this is a matchup I've been waiting to see. The Kansas guard going up against JJP. This is a star-studded lineup. And he gets stood up. Wow. Holds his own. Stays straight. Bull rush-wise, it's not terrible. But, hey, a win is a win, and you will take it no matter what you can get. So, by the way, guys, I'm not evaluating skill guys. I'm evaluating linemen. That'll be who I think is my winners. There you go. Good win. Hey, look. It's our same friend. Remember, he liked to look at where his feet are. Boom. This may not finish. Where's that fit? It's a bit shorter, but he still kind of creeps out a good bit. And what do? Take a hard step, push off of this leg, be able to club back in, and you get the win. Very, very good. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for this to finally happen with this offensive lineman because he did it a lot. And it's about time it got settled. I'm all Tonka. Or not Tonka, but you know what I mean. Tries to spin off. Look, literally all I've seen is side swipes. I don't see a lot of forklifts. I don't see a lot of spins. I don't see a lot of that. Flash out, bruh. It's your chance to do that. And you're showing it right now. Bit better. Tonka got the win on that one. He slipped, but he won. Again, went back inside. Good. Good, good. Good rush. You love it. Very good. Couple more, and then we'll go into our Senior Bowl picks for the top players. Let me see how many plays we have on here. Real fast, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the 32nd one. That'll be the last one, and then we'll close it out for the day. Tonka Hemingway going up against 78. Oh, we got two of them. Okay. 1 and 2. 2 and 2. 202. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's look over our edge, and then we'll look over our interior. All right. Actually, we'll look over interior first. Gets off the ball nice. Again, Tonka Hemingway used this a lot today. He used a lot of clubs back inside that was really, really good. That really benefited him at the end of the day. And I think that was very important for what he did today. So we'll see, man. Boom. And once he does get that arm over, win the rep. Good rep. Let's look at Edge. Sets back a lot. He used a lot of dip and rips. That's an easy rep for both linemen. That's impressive. Great series. Great reps that we got from the offensive and defensive linemen. Love breaking down O-line and D-line film, bro. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, let's talk Senior Bowl. So we all know that all right, overall Senior Bowl winners and losers. I'll start off with my losers. To be honest with you, the quarterback room was a big L. The one bright spot I will say, Jackson Dart had a great Senior Bowl and has an opportunity to potentially even steal Cam Ward's spot as quarterback 2 on his list. And I've talked to a lot of analysts around that. They've been saying the same thing. I talked to Stephen Wills of Locked On Ole Miss. He said the same thing as well. He's talked to many analysts. Todd McShay put out his list earlier and said that he believes that's Jackson Dart should be the second quarterback taken. We'll just have to see. That's my thing. My only concern, however, is his quarterback presence and his ability to deliver even with a depleted offensive line. Because, look, what is Jackson Dart able to do even without stars that he has? How can he fit in the NFL draft? Look, make no mistake about this. he was very inconsistent throughout the week. And look, day one struggled. I think every quarterback did as well. Day two still kind of had his inconsistency. The one quarterback that I thought was very inconsistent throughout the whole process was Jalen Milroe. Look, Jalen Milroe struggled tremendously. I think Jackson Dart's biggest problem that he had in those 3 losses, in the 3 games combined, the guy got sacked 14 times, 6 against LSU, 4 against Kentucky, and 4 against Florida. That's 4. We're talking about 14 sacks. He only got sacked 28 times this year. So in 3 of those games, he was sacked in each and every one of those. So he's been able to throw balls on a dime. He's done very well throughout practice, and he's done his due diligence. He's done a great job with being able to adjust to the practice schedule. But overall, it's been a bit inconsistent for him, but I do understand why people are very high on him with being potentially a possible number 1 draft pick or a number 2 quarterback in the draft. All right, let's talk about our winners. Dude, the defensive line was just insane. I thought that the defensive line showed out big time because if we're being honest, there was a lot. There was a lot that we had to experience. And the fact of the matter is that Jackson Dart just really did not show out. And you can't really tell which quarterback is going to be the guy when we get there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to just understand what's to expect from here on out. But at the end of the day, guys, we just will never know with what we're going to expect from a guy in Jackson Dart. I don't know who's the 3rd best quarterback right now. I still have a firm belief that it is going to be Cam Ward. That's going to be the second quarterback. Everything else, good luck with your quarterback rankings. That's all I got to tell you. Defensive line-wise, you've got a star-studded class, and it is impressive. When I tell you this class has never been seen before in the Senior Bowl era, boy, this was hot. You're talking about Mike Green, who blew up on the scene. Shamar Stewart, who had a great showing. Nick Scourton had a great showing. The SEC showed out, and there's a reason why the SEC is so deep in the defensive line. Guys, that's going to end it up for us here on Inside the Huddle. Had 70 of you up in here, so appreciate you guys' support throughout the last hour. Make sure that you guys are subscribed, like the video. Make sure you follow us on all the socials, at Lucas_Hill23, at Inside the Huddle on YouTube, and Lucas_Hill_17 on Instagram. Until then, we'll see you guys next time inside the